Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Manuel. And in tonight's game plan, we'll talk about the blockbuster trade that shook the entire PBA today as the San Miguel Beermen trade Arwind Santos for Northport Batang Pierre's Vic Manuel.
We'll also find out more about the exciting Lakas ng Tatlo energy that the PBA 3x3 promises. And my partner, Manuel, will share his top 5 shooters in the NBA. Let's break that down and find out whether or not we agree with him. I don't think any of us will. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Now, for any PBA fan who's been watching for the past 2 decades, it's hard to imagine that the San Miguel Beermen, without 9-time PBA champ Arwind Santos in their lineup. So today marks a historic moment for SMB fans as the San Miguel Beermen has reached an agreement with the Northport Batang Pierre in a blockbuster trade. Less than a month after finishing their 2021 Philippine Cup campaign in the semis, the San Miguel Beermen are sending Arwind Santos in exchange for the Northport Batang Pierre's recently acquired Vic Manuel. Now, to help us discuss one of the biggest PBA trades in recent history is my partner who's putting on his analyst hat for this hot topic tonight, PBA Rush analyst Manuel. And Jet, we saw this trade coming, didn't we? Or
Did we?
yeah, didn't we not?
Did we not or did we?
I don't know.
That's what we talk about tonight.
All right, but Arwind Santos moving on for Vic Manuel, and everyone's talking about it. It felt like Arwind Santos was a piece that would never move. Before we talk about the implications of this from the team, let's talk about a bit about the legacy of Arwind Santos. Just what is his legacy with the Beermen franchise?
Well, if you talk about Arwind Santos, you talk about San Miguel Beermen, everything, the championships that they've won. Yeah, you have Junmar, you have all the other guys, Alex Cabagnot, Lassiter, but Arwind Santos has always been that key piece. He's always been a contributor. MVP, Finals MVP, Championship, All-Stars. He's done it all. Defensive Player of the Year. He's done it all for San Miguel. So, you talk about Arwind. The impact that he had with that franchise has just, it's like the end of talking about him leaving. It's like the end of a legacy. I mean, he's leaving a team that he took to places, and now, as old as he is or whatever the reasons are, he's moving on. It's just the end of a period for San Miguel.
Well, San Miguel now have to find a new sort of death lineup without an Arwind Santos there. He gave range, he gave, in his younger years, he gave athleticism on both ends of the floor. And when you think about the winning basketball that San Miguel had displayed in the past decade, Arwind Santos was always one of the names that we always had to mention. Now, looking at the trade, if you're a San Miguel fan and you're trying to rationalize everything that's happening, what did you think was the mind behind this trade, moving Arwind Santos for a guy like Vic Manuel?
We talked about this a little bit off air. And San Miguel has always been in those talks that they need to go younger. Well, technically they did. Arwind Santos is 40. Vic Manuel is younger, 34 years old. So they did go younger, but beyond that, I think they're trying to shake it up. They're trying to find something new. They're trying to find something different in their offense. They're trying to find another piece that, Arwind has been that type of guy that stretches the floor. He's not as athletic as he was, so his defensive ability is still there. It's decent, but not as good. But I think, the way he plays compared to a Vic Manuel, who you can give the ball in the post to constantly. You have Junmar on one side, you have Tautua, you have another guy off the bench that you can keep giving the ball off to the post, and you have young guys around him now, which they got before. You have Terence Romeo that shoots the 3 a lot. You have that can break down a defender. You have CJ Perez, who also can shoot the 3, break down his defender one-on-one. So I think they're trying to find something more inside that's not just Junmar. I think that's what they're going for. Vic Manuel is a great piece. I mean, we looked at his stats before the game. You give the ball to him in the post, something good will happen. So I think that's what they're looking for right now, trying to shake up their offense.
You know, we saw the numbers a while ago comparing both Arwind Santos and Vic Manuel, but then every time we talk about the numbers, it's always hard just to compare it and say that, okay, you're taking away 15 points or 13 points and then replacing it with this or that. But when I look at these two players, it feels like Vic Manuel may need the ball more than Arwind Santos. How do you think that affects San Miguel, having Vic Manuel, who is more effective if he has the ball and has time to work with it?
All right, well, something's got to give. Look, you have a team like San Miguel. You have Junmar, Cabagnot, Terence, CJ, Lassiter. I mean, he doesn't need the ball that much, but he has the ball in his hands too. Something's going to give.
Yeah.
It's either they try to find a way, try to build that chemistry to give him the ball too. He has his fair share of touches, or Vic has to learn to play and be effective, as effective, even more effective without the ball. So that's what I think that's gonna happen. I think they're still gonna, bank on a guy like Terence, a guy like Cabagnot that has the ball in their hands, then keep giving, and Junmar, of course, and giving it to Vic Manuel consistently throughout the game.
Well, Vic Manuel kind of changed this game last season. Finally started taking three-pointers. Shot it at 33% last season, actually. And of course, Arwind Santos, he didn't have the ball as much. But then when you talk about usage, he doesn't necessarily need the ball as much as he used to. He's still effective, even the ball isn't with him the entire time. But now that he's part of a Northport team that's just so athletic, where do you see him slotting in?
I think he's going to stretch the floor. I mean, Vic was there. Yeah, he's a post presence like we talked about. But I think Arwind's going to be there to stretch the floor out for a pick and roll with Greg. I think he's, they're going to have that 1-2 action with Bolick and Greg a lot. And then Arwind's going to come from the inside, popping out to the top, shooting threes, a lot more threes, I feel, mid-range jumpers too. And it's not going to stop. I mean, the ball's not going to stop with him. If he doesn't have a shot, he always kicks it out, sets a screen, pops again. I think there's going to be a more fluidity with Northport, talking about Northport with Arwind there, than with Vic.
Well, of course, Arwind last season, when we're talking about three-point shooting, 31%. In the conference. So when you look at the trade as it is, again, it was a 1-for-1 Vic Manuel for Arwind Santos, two really big names. Is there a clear-cut winner in your mind of the trade, at least on paper, before a single game has been played?
Okay, I'm going to have to answer that. I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me that. So that's why I'm here. I think I'm going to go with Northport. I think
Northport,
adding Arwind as a piece has less problems than adding Vic Manuel to San Miguel. We talked about what they need to work on, and something's got to give for San Miguel with Vic there. But for Arwind, I think it's a more natural fit. I think he can just come in there and play his game. He doesn't need to adjust as much as Vic will. So I think early on, I mean, he's going to have less time to adjust for Northport than Vic Manuel in San Miguel. So I'm going to have to go with Northport.
All right, there you have it. That's our headline. Jet Manuel says that Arwind Santos moving to Northport was a better trade than the other way around.
Yes, exactly.
Is that it?
I think that's
okay.
going to be it.
All right, that's fair.
Compliment myself again when I'm the analyst here. Good job, Jet, on that analyst. So, after the break, it's time to get to know more of the exciting Lakas ng Tatlo energy from PBA 3x3. Stay tuned. You're watching the game. Oh, shit. Lakas ng Tatlo. That is the promise of the new PBA 3x3 tournament as they are set to open a brand new PBA action on November 20. And tonight, 3 players from 3 of the 13 teams joins us to share what we can expect as fans from the much-awaited PBA 3x3 season. And we welcome to the game Carlo Escalambre of Pioneer Pro Tibay, Brandon Rosser, of course, of Limitless App Masters, and Kuya Dylan Ababu of Platinum Karaoke. Good evening, guys. Magandang gabi, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us, bro.
Let's go.
All right. Let's go. I'm here for all the excitement. Dylan,
excited,
ikaw
I'm
muna
excited.
kasi ikaw yung veterano dito. Knowing that you're going to return to the PBA dito sa 3x3 circuit natin, syempre, kailangan may konting adjustments yan eh. 5-on-5, completely different from 3x3, yung physicality. Kamusta naman yung adjustments mo? What do you think you need to do to make sure na okay yung papakita mo dito sa 3x3?
Well, syempre, praise God. The Lord gave me another opportunity to play for the PBA. At exciting kasi 3-on-3 naman ngayon, PBA 3x3. Lakas ng tatlo. At syempre, adjustment, more improvements sa one-on-one defense and syempre, team defense din. So, yun yung nakikita kong kailangan namin talagang i-work on.
Oo, napaka-humble mo talaga, no, Kuya Dylan. Lagi na lang I mean, when I was playing with you before, sobrang humble mo. Pero sa court, ibang usapan. Ngayon, pero gusto ko pumunta naman dito kay Carlo. Carlo, I mean, itong 3x3 na ito, ano yung pagkakaiba tingin mo sa PBA 3x3 compared naman sa usual na nakita natin na 3x3?
Medyo malaking adjustment din kasi nga, patibayan talaga ito itong tatluhan. Ito yung mga gusto ng mga Pinoy, yung mga banggaan. Talagang ipapakita mo talaga yung tibay mo dito sa tatluhan ng PBA na to. So medyo malayo siya sa 5-on-5 pero enjoy naman, nakaka-enjoy din talaga.
Yeah, for sure.
Lalo pag nakikita si Kuya Dylan na naglalaro.
Ayun, no?
Ayun.
Actually, sasabihin ko nga si Carlo, handang-handa na sa bakbakan na kitang-kita na natin yung ano eh. Kaya napakita niya yung ano niya.
Wala.
Oh,
Sila
the
Dylan,
gun shows
talaga
out. The gun shows out. Brandon, now moving on to you here. We all know how physical basketball here in the country could be, especially on the 5-on-5 level. And with 3x3, it's bound to be even more physical. How are you gearing up for that type of battle?
I think, just, putting in the work before the games start, making sure that, your body is capable of handling that type of, physicality and, punishment. So, I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm a physical player myself. I like to, go out there and play a physical style of basketball. So, I'm looking forward to it for sure. And I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm always intrigued how the Philippines is always known for physical basketball, especially when you guys come in here and perform. So we're excited to see you play. But talking about a vet now who's used to it, Kuya Dylan, babalik ako sa'yo. Sino ang pinaka-excited na makakalaban mo or who are you excited to face itong upcoming PBA 3x3?
Pinaka-excited ako to face. Honestly, excited ako makalaban lahat. Sila Carlo Escalambre, sila Brandon Rosser. Pero yung pinaka-excited ako, yung mga former teammates ko, sila Kuya Larry po na share. Ayan. So excited ako nga, actually, bonding din siya, reunion, di ba? Kasi matagal na rin kami hindi nagkakasama at nagkakalaban. So I'm looking forward to playing against them again.
Well, Brandon, he's excited to play you. How are you excited to really, I guess, lay in the muscle on him once you finally get on the court?
No, I was talking to Dylan earlier. I was telling him I was excited to play against them because my former All-Up teammate, J.R. Alabanza, is on the same team as him. So, I think it's going to be fun to go out there and compete against those guys. They're a really good team. So, I'm looking forward to test myself with them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, pero ikaw, Carlo, may experience ka rin naman. When you talk about ito, PBA 3x3, ano yung mapapromise mo ito sa mga hoop fans natin na maaabangan natin itong upcoming PBA 3x3?
Siyempre sa amin, sa team ng Pioneer Pro Tibay, talagang malaki ang papakita namin dito. Sa akin, kasi kailangan ko to, magpapadraft ako this PBA. So talagang hindi din kami magpapatalo. Kaya papakita namin na kaya din namin sumabay talaga sa mga PBA teams.
Well, actually, that brings me to another point there. How much of an opportunity is this, Carlo, just to be able to show everyone na kaya nyo lumaban sa level na to?
Sa team, kaya naman talaga, matitibay yung mga kampi ko. Talagang alam ko may ipapakita. Sa amin naman, para sa sarili namin, pride namin, para sa family namin, kaya talagang nag-a-adjust kami as a team para dito sa tatluhan ng PBA.
I mean, Brandon, you played for Alab and then now you're gonna play for the PBA 3x3. Have you seen a difference with 5-on-5 basketball now going to 3x3? What for you is one of the biggest differences?
I think the pace of the game. 3x3, it's high pace. It's a race. It's a sprint. To 21 or until that clock hits 0. So I think just being able to condition yourself to play at a high intensity, at a high pace for a long time. So I'm looking forward to that. But at the end of the day, 3-on-3, it's basketball. You've been playing 3-on-3 since you were a little kid. So I can't wait to get out there and play and test myself. This is my first time ever playing in a 3-on-3 league. So I'm excited for that as well.
Well, of course, a lot of adjustments there, and I'm sure that we can't wait to see you get into the groove of things, Brandon. Dylan, knowing that you're one of the more veteran players there, and then you have younger players out there that are hungry for a chance to break into the 5-on-5 circuit as well. How are you approaching this, knowing that yung mga makakalaban mo rin are going to be there, really fighting for yung future nila, and in comparison to you coming back into this game and giving it one last hurrah?
Yeah, yun nga, very excited ako to play against younger guys, and this is also a learning experience for me, another opportunity to grow. And on the other side, this could be a platform for me to help the other guys, kahit even my teammates at Platinum Karaoke, and also the younger guys from other teams that are aspiring to be future PBA players, to mentor them and give them some tips. And of course, syempre, it will be a dream come true for them to finally play in the PBA 5-on-5.
That gave me an idea, Dylan. Okay, so Dylan, your message, I was going to say to the fans, but your message to Carlo and Brandon na lang muna.
Yeah, so message to Carlo and Brandon, syempre, first of all, we play for the Lord. We give our best for the Lord because of the talents and skills and gifts He gave us. And syempre, they all know naman that we don't teach effort here. Diba? Kailangan laging give your best and always try to win every game. Yun ang aking advice.
Grabe. I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you,
Talaga.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Words that
Thank
come
you.
with the wisdom of age. Oh, grabe. With inexperience. But don't worry, Dylan, I'm sorry for reminding everyone that ikaw yung veterano dito. But as a reward, we're gonna have you in our next body as we talk about the NBA. Carlo, Brandon, thank you very much for joining us here tonight, and we can't wait to see you on the court.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, when we return, my partner, Manuel, will share his top 5 shooters in the NBA. Let's break that down and find out whether or not we agree with him. We probably won't. Stay tuned. You're watching the game. Welcome back to the game. I'm Paulo Del Rosario. Over the weekend, Luka Magic took the world by storm once again after draining another game winner, this time against the Boston Celtics. After witnessing the signature step-back three of Luka Doncic that inspired our very own Manuel to make his very own list of his top 5 shooters in the NBA. Now, joining me to question Jet about his judgment is the 2009 UAAP MVP, Dylan Ababu. Dylan, welcome back. And let's get this started. So I have not seen this list here, Dylan, and I'm gonna go through it with you here, just to make sure that we get this as fresh as possible. Pero how confident are you in the judgment of Jet Manuel?
Brother pa, we'll see. We'll see.
I didn't expect that. Can I just say, I am a shooter. So Dylan is a shooter. So our opinions matter in this topic.
Okay, sige. So what is yung
Pao is not a
qualifier
shooter.
mo? Ano yung qualifier mo dito?
Okay, fine. I'll talk about it. When I talk about a shooter, of course, his ability to shoot the ball on the court. So it's a three-point shot, mid-range shot, challenge shots, fadeaways. Those are my shooters, not just someone who stands in the corner and shoots spot-up threes.
Okay, those who can actually create their own shots. Okay, Dylan, yan yung ano niya, yan yung basahan niya. Alright, yung number 5 is Devin Booker. Alright, number 5 in the league today. Sabi ni Jet Manuel si Devin Booker. Why, Jet?
Okay, so Devin Booker is one of the purest shooters that I've seen. I'm a fan of his. I just have to get that out of the way. But his ability to shoot the ball from 3, his ability to shoot the ball challenge, his ability to shoot the ball fade away. I mean, it's common knowledge that he's following the footsteps of Kobe Bryant. But Devin Booker is a shooter. He's a pure shooter. He's proved it time and time again in his career. If you just tell him, if you give him that green light, and he showed it too in a three-point contest, he's a pure shooter. He's my number 5 best shooter in the league right now.
Dylan, good start. Number 5 niya si Devin Booker.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Sige. Let's see how that progresses. Let's see how that progresses. Number 4 niya, Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
Whew. Okay, Melo. All right, we're gonna go through the list a bit faster here so we can talk about the names you missed.
Okay,
So
fine.
number 4, mo si Carmelo Anthony. Number 3 is Kevin Durant. All right, I don't think a lot of people would argue about that. Now, number 2 and number 1 are the Splash Brothers. Number 2 being Klay Thompson, number 1 Steph Curry. I think, Dylan, masasabi natin, okay, Steph Curry as number 1 is probably the right
Common
choice to
knowledge,
make.
yep.
Pero wala dito sa listahan is a Damian Lillard. Wala dito si Luka Doncic, who has shown everyone that he can end up with clutch buckets. And of course, maybe the second coming of the next great shooter in the NBA today, Trae Young. Nung nakita mo yung listahan na yan, anong masasabi mo, Dylan? So, number 4, Carmelo. Number 3, Kevin Durant. Number 2, Klay Thompson. At number 1, Steph Curry.
Siguro ilalagay ko si Kevin Durant sa number 2.
Oh.
Kasi yung description nga ni Brother Jet kanina, the ability to create or make his own shot. So, kasi si Kevin Durant, better ball handler than Klay Thompson eh. And he can shoot from actually everywhere. So, si Kevin Durant ang number 2 ko. Number 3, Klay Thompson. Carmelo, number 4. Okay din ako kay Devin Booker sa number 5 kasi medyo naglalaban sila ni Lillard sa 5th spot eh. Medyo mahirap yung yung 5th spot na yan. Pero okay rin, okay si Devin Booker. Saka favorite siya ng wife ko.
Okay, so yan yung dahilan. Yan talaga yung dahilan kung bakit. Pero that's it. Si Jet kanina when you were explaining yung Kevin Durant point, sabi niya, like, I can read it in his face. Oh, grabe, tama si Dylan. But why did I pick that? Why did I pick that, Jet? Why did you pick that?
No, he wasn't right. I was shocked. Okay. First of all, yes, Steph is the best shooter that we've ever seen in the league.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Klay Thompson, he hasn't played yet, and we see Kevin Durant and his ability to make the shots. That's why I put him in number 3. But Klay Thompson, as a shooter, 33 points in 1 quarter, his catch and shoot off the move, off the dribble. Kaya Dylan, alam mo naman kung gaano kahirap yun eh. Yung tumatakbo-takbo ka, buong court, tapos pagsasaluin mo yung bola, off balance, 3-point, malayo, fade away, pasok. That's me. That's Klay Thompson for me. That's why
Sorry, I thought you said that's me.
above. No. No. I try, but no. Kuya Dylan's a better catch and shoot player than me, I would say. But Klay Thompson over Kevin Durant. Sorry, I can't move that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But here are some of the names that you're missing in terms of at least 3 points made per game.
I knew you were gonna do this.
Of course, kasi syempre, so look, I think a name, not a big name, pero Buddy Hield, arguably one of the better gunners in the league so far. Si CJ McCollum, yung kasama ni Damian Lillard, of course. And then you're bringing Klay Thompson, and we don't know how he looks today. Kasi galing siyang injury eh.
Yeah, so I used my reference from when he was
That's
playing.
not fair.
That is fair.
That's not fair.
That
Dylan,
is
fair ba
fair.
yun? Running from memory.
Oh. Kung isipin ko si UST Dylan na babu. Yun yung memory
Okay,
ko sa kanya.
that's not fair. Pero Dylan, since we're on the topic of great three-point shooters, at the end of the day, okay, sabihin na natin, Steph Curry is probably the best shooter this generation has ever seen. Pero in the past few years, sino yung nasa top 3 mo in terms of shooters apart from Steph Curry?
So we have Ray Allen.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so si Ray Allen siguro yung number 1. Number 2 si Dirk Nowitzki. In the past 10 or 20 years, And
Yeah.
then we have siguro si Steve Nash na lang ang ilalagay ko sa number 3.
Really? Okay. Okay, since we're going down the memory lane, who are your top 3 apart from Steph?
I'm gonna have to go with Steve Kerr.
Ah,
I like Steve Kerr, Reggie Miller, of course, and Kobe Bryant.
as a three-point shooter. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I think it has to be Ray Allen. Then you're gonna have to maybe consider Reggie Miller. And I just love how JJ Redick shot the ball for his entire
I missed
career.
that.
So I think
Okay.
JJ Redick would
JJ
be a
Redick.
good pick also. All right, Dylan. So now that we have the whole list of stars today, ni Jet, Devin Booker, number 5, number 4, Carmelo Anthony, number 3, Kevin Durant, number 2, Klay Thompson, and number 1, Steph Curry. Anong masasabi mo sa judgment ni Jet Manuel? Should we trust him in the future to make good basketball decisions?
Yeah, I think so. Medyo hindi lang ako agree sa number 2 and number 3 ni Jet. Pero pretty much, okay naman ang kanya explanation. Go, Jet!
Okay,
Grabe. He's too nice to
I
you.
love Kid
Dylan's too nice to you.
Too nice, and I appreciate the kindness. But again, appreciate your time with us tonight. Okay, Dylan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, bro!
And thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jet Manuel.
Catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. I'm Paulo Del Rosario, and this has been The Game.